Hi there, welcome to the Schwowin's Nest. My name is Sandra. I love farmhouse home decor, so on my channel you will see me do thrift store flips, some trash to treasure, and budget-friendly home decor, all in the farmhouse style. Today's video is part of the challenge hosted by Yami, the Latina next door. She does this on a monthly basis. Her co-host this month is Haley over at The Farmer and the Southern Belle. I will have both of these ladies' channels linked in my description box. My inspiration today is this farmhouse wagon wheel chandelier. It's 35 inches wide and it's $300. I'm going to make a version that I can hang outside on my deck. The materials I'm starting out with are an embroidery hoop that I thrifted for $1.99 and 4 of the tumbling tower blocks from Dollar Tree. Using my hot glue gun, I'm going to glue the 4 tumbling tower blocks onto the embroidery hoop as I have shown here. I picked up these screw hooks and small screw eyes at the Home Depot, and what I'm going to need to do is screw them into each of the tumbling tower blocks. These blocks are really hard, so I'm going to need to pre-drill, so I'm taking a drill bit that's a little bit smaller than the screw hooks, and I'm just going to pre-drill a hole all the way through the block. Now it'll be much easier to just hand screw the eye hooks in. I'll put one in each of the tumbling tower blocks, and I'm going to make sure that when I screw them in, they end up in a horizontal way like you see here. So I don't want them to be up and down, I want them to be laying flat. I've got 4 of these 1/2-inch dowel rods that are going to be used as the braces for the light. They also need to be pre-drilled so I can put the hooks on either end. This piece is going to be used at the top of the light. It's from the Dollar Tree and it's part of their Crafters Square items. I was so excited when I saw this. We very rarely get the wood pieces here in Canada, so when I saw the 3 that were hanging there, I grabbed them all. So I apologize in advance for anyone else who's in my town who needed to go to that Dollar Tree and find those round squares. I have all 3 of them. Hopefully they get some more in stock soon. Okay, let's get back to the project. I got a little excited there. Sorry about that. Anyhow, so what we're going to do is pre-drill 4 holes that are going to line up with the tower blocks on the embroidery hoop. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and then I will be able to hand screw in the eye hooks in this piece as well. I'll be able to hand screw these in as well, but you'll see me grab the pliers in a second. It just helps me get a better grip and I can get things done a little bit faster. Now it's time to paint. I'm using black and I'm going to cover this whole ring and the blocks with black chalk paint, and this is a DIY chalk paint. I will have a link to the recipe down below. I'm also going to be painting all of the screw hooks, or actually these are the screw eyes, and the dowels and the round piece for the top. One thing you want to remember when you're using a DIY chalk paint like this is you're going to want to glue things first. So that's why I've glued my tower blocks onto here first, because sometimes you don't get the best adhesion when you use this type of chalk paint. These are the lights I'm going to use. They are battery operated. They're not the same shape as the Edison bulbs. These are a round bulb rather than the inspiration piece. It has the more oval shape. And you can just turn them off and on with the little battery pack. I'm also going to be using some tiny little black cable ties, and this is the reason why I painted the hoop black. I know the inspiration piece was a dark brown hoop and black lights, but I need to be able to camouflage how I'm attaching these lights. It's really hard to explain how I'm putting these together, but you can see there's one already sitting there. I'm using 2 of the little black cable ties on one side of the light bulb and then another one on the other side of the light bulb. The end pieces that stick up are going to be the support pieces on either side of the light bulb. Then I'm going to take another cable tie and put that around the bottom part of the light bulb, catching those 2 pieces that are sticking up, which will then be a further support for the light bulb. I was doing this one evening out on my deck, and I needed somebody to just video for me. So you can see my phone case hanging out there at the bottom of the screen, but my hubby was ever so kind as to just video me doing this one little section, and then he actually did the rest of them for me because I have a really hard time with small finicky things. My hands don't work as well as they used to, so he does help me out with a lot of small things. Once you're done with my video, please make sure you go check out the playlist link. I'm sure you're going to get tons of inspiration for your home decor. I'd also like you to visit Yami and Haley's channels. Go over there, subscribe to their channels, check out what they do, and tell them I sent you. Here's what I've got so far. I think it's looking pretty cute. Now for the battery pack. I'm going to glue the battery pack right on top of the black disc. And earlier I was talking about this type of chalk paint and glue not mixing very well. So I totally forgot to glue the battery pack onto the wood first before I painted it. So I'm going to cross my fingers that things work out, and actually they do work out. I would not recommend using hot glue on top of this paint, but I have found that my Weldbond adhesive works really, really well. So I'm going to glue this on, and then I'm going to paint the battery pack black so it gets camouflaged. I had 2 of the eye hooks left over. For some reason, the one pack had 8 and the other pack had 10. So what I did was pre-drill holes on top of this round disc and put those in because I'm going to need something to hang the light with. The assembly of the dowels onto these hooks proved to be a little bit difficult, but I was finally able to figure it out and get it to work. So I've got the hooks into the eyes, and then I had to use some pliers and really close up the holes on the hooks so they wouldn't fall out. That was the problem I was having, was that the hooks kept falling out. So I needed to just tighten those up, and as you can see now, it's hanging really nicely. I picked up the length of chain from my hardware store, and what I'm going to do is use some more of those little tiny black cable ties. Loop that into one of the links and then loop it into the screw hook and then pull it snug. Then I'm going to need to remove one of the links in the chain so I can shorten it up, and I'll do that using the 2 pliers that you see here on my table. Here's how they both look side by side. The one on the left is the inspiration piece for $300, and the one on the right is mine for $12. Now I know mine isn't hardwired and it doesn't have the Edison bulbs and it's hardly as big as the inspiration piece, but I am in love with it. It looks so cute hanging from my gazebo out on my deck, and I'm really excited to have it turned on in the evening so I get that beautiful warm light. I'd like to thank Yami and Haley for hosting the challenge this month. It was a lot of fun. Don't forget to check out their channels and the playlist link. If you're new to my channel, I would love for you to hit that red subscribe button and stick around a while. You can also hit the bell to get notified when I upload new content. Thanks for watching.